Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you taking your time out to watch the video and interacting with the video as well. So in this video, we're going to be reviewing the T20 series between West Indies and South Africa. As you know, West Indies swept the series 3-0. So in this video, we're going to be, looking at the overall team's performance, evaluating a few things and reviewing the series in general, right? As it relates to what we're going to be reviewing. We're going to be looking at things that the team tried, new things that the team tried, whether it be strategies or players. How did they do? And did it work for the team? Also looking at a few old things as well. Players that have been in the team for a while, how they performed, did they show any improvement and such forth, right? So getting straight into the video. But do remember to just take a quick second to hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. You liking the video shows YouTube that you like the content that's being produced and they're able to push it out more, right? So just take a quick second to hit the like button before you continue watching the video. So getting straight into it, right? Looking at a few new things that the team tried in this series, right? So we see where they brought in Alec Athanaze as an opener. That's a new thing that they tried. And with them bringing in Athanaze as an opener, they also tried Athanaze and Shai as the opening partnership. That's a new thing. Shamar Joseph finally getting an opportunity to play in the T20 format for the team. So bowling Shamar in the power play and in the back end of the innings as well. That's another new thing that the team tried. Akil Hossein bowling in the middle overs. That's you can consider that a new thing as well that they tried. And in recent times, getting Hetmyer back in the team, that's somewhat new, even though Hetmyer has been around for a while, right? So as far as the new things, I'm going to be addressing those points to start this review, right? So starting with Alec Athanaze coming into the team, right? So when we say Athanaze named in the team, a lot of us had questions about why was Athanaze included, in the squad. And there were a few questions about that, considering the fact that he had just completed the test series, and people were arguing that he's a test player, he's not a T20 player, right? But Athanaze came in, and performed relatively well in the series. Overall his performance in the series. So he scored 69 runs in the series, at an average of 23, right? And a strike rate of 127.77, right? So it's not spectacular, but it's a start, right? And he definitely showed that he's capable of doing. Had a few two of the innings that he played, he got starts, right? So I would say that the Athanaze experiment opening the batting, was successful, right? And the partnership with him and Shai, right, was successful as well, right? Shai, as an opener, I think Shai, he has cemented himself now as an opener for the West Indies team in T20 cricket. If you remember what he did in the World Cup when he got his opportunity to play, I think he scored 82 in the match against Afghanistan. I don't remember the team exactly, but remember that innings, that was him doing that from an opening position. And then we see him back in this series now doing the same thing, with scores. He was our top scorer in the series, but in that opening position, scoring 134 runs at an average of 67. And I would say very importantly, his strike rate was 163.41. Shai is known as a stroke player, not necessarily a power hitter, but he has definitely added that power hitting to his game while maintaining his stroke making ability. And importantly as well, I would say with Shai, making conscious efforts to rotate the strike, no matter which batsman he's batting with. We saw it between him and Athanaze in the first two matches, and even in the third match, between him and Hetmyer, him and Pooran as well. Whoever is batting with, there's always a conscious effort from Shai to rotate the strike, and that puts a lot of pressure on the bowlers, right? So the partnership between Shai and Athanaze was successful. Shai cemented his spot. Athanaze, let's see how he does in the CPL, right? The CPL, the next T20 series comes up in October, and I think that's against England, right? So there's still a Brandon King out there, right? Coming back from injury, who had that opening spot before this series. There's still a Johnson Charles. He didn't get an opportunity to play in this series. And personally, I think they'll probably be looking to move on from Charles, but obviously performance is what matters and what counts, right? So if Charles have a good CPL, then I have no issues with them, giving him the opportunity based on his performance. But I really do think they're trying to move on from Charles, right? And I would like to see them move on from Charles and give younger players an opportunity. That's just my opinion, right? But again, if he performs, then I have no issue with him being in the team, right? So Brandon King, definitely has competition for that other opening spot now with the way Anthony has performed, and Shea Hope as well, right? So from that, as far as a new thing that the team tried, bringing in Athenius and using that him and Hope as openers definitely worked well for the team, right? Moving on now to Shamar Joseph, right? So Shamar Joseph didn't play any matches in the T20 World Cup, right? And was finally given the opportunity to play in this series. He played the first two matches and he performed really well, right? For the team. Shamar took 5 wickets, at an economy rate of 8.87. So that you can say that he can improve on the economy rate, but really and truly he didn't bowl terribly. It was just that bad over that he bowled in the first T20 where he went for 24 runs that really messed up his overall economy rate. Other than that, he bowled brilliant, throughout the two matches that he played, right? So bowling Shamar, up front, having him as an option in the power play, he came in, had an impact, taking wickets. I think in one of the matches he took a wicket with his first ball, right? So that's the impact that you want to see bowlers coming into the team and make, especially in the power play, right? So Shamar did that, and towards the back end of the innings as well, he did relatively well. Obviously it was in the back end that he conceded that 24 run over, but he took, if I remember correctly, he took a wicket in the second T20, either a wicket or two in the second T20 in the back end of the innings as well, right? So from that standpoint, the having Shamar in the team was successful as well. So as far as a new thing that the team tried, that was another successful thing as well. Bowling Akil Hussain in the middle overs, right? In the second T20, it was that bowling partnership between Akil Hussain and Gudakesh Moti in those middle overs to restrict the South African scoring that really contributed to us getting all the amount of wickets that we did. It put pressure on the South African batsman and forced them to try and create things, and it was that pressure that caused them to collapse in the end, right? Akil Hussain, getting the crucial wicket of Tristan Stubbs in those middle overs as well, while being economical. Akil Hussain, in the series overall, he took 4 wickets, but he was our most economical bowler, right? He went at a rate of 5.27. You consider the fact that, he's bowling in the power play where there are field restrictions, a limited amount of fielders can be out of the circle. And then even in the middle overs towards the back end of the innings as well, where batsmen are looking to be aggressive, still being able to come in and restrict the scoring of the batters while taking wickets. So that was definitely a huge plus for the team as well, right? Um, and again, like I said, the Shimron Hetmyer thing now, obviously Hetmyer is not a new player to the team, but he was out of the team for a while, not being selected, and then he was selected for the World Cup, did not get an opportunity to play. First two matches of this series also didn't play, and he played in the third match. So it's just from that standpoint why I'm even considering it a new thing, considering that Hetmyer has not played for the team in a while, right? And he came in, batted at number 4 in this match, and he did well. Have to give him a shout out. And it was good to see. So Darren Sammy, in the post match, he awarded Nicholas Pooran the match ball for Pooran's impact on the in the match, right? But I think it was really he gave it to Pooran so Pooran could give it to Hetmyer, right? But after Pooran received it, Pooran actually gave it to Hetmyer and spoke about, how his overall attitude, throughout this whole ordeal, right? Not getting any playing time in the World Cup, not being on the bench in the first two matches of the series, but yet his attitude did not change, and he was saying that, Hetmyer, everyone should take Hetmyer as an example. Obviously they know the quality that he possesses, and to be a player of his quality, it must be frustrating to not get any game time, but he maintain a positive attitude. And when he got his opportunity to play, he showed what he can do, right? And Sammy even said, while watching Hetmyer bat, he was holding his head, because no, he has a headache when it comes to picking the team, right? So, and that's what you want. Sammy even said it, you want competition for places in the team. That only makes the team better, as long as the attitudes of the players in the team is good, right? So well done to Shimron Hetmyer as well. Batting wise, so in terms of things that we all our players that's been in the squad now, talking about like a Romario Shepherd, right? We they went with Shepherd again. We definitely wanted to see Romario Shepherd improve, especially in his bowling after his poor outing in the World Cup, and Shepherd did exactly that, right? So must give him a huge shout out as well. He was our leading wicket taker in the series, right? Taking 6 wickets, at an economy rate of 7.55. So not only did he take wickets, he was very economical as well. His bounce back ability, right? Because he did have a poor game in the first T20, was a bit expensive, and he bounced back well in the following 2 matches and led us with the ball. Taking 3 wickets for, I think it was 3 for 15 and then 2 for 14 in the third Test match. So in the third T20, I don't know why I keep saying Test match, but so Shepherd, his bowling definitely showed improvement in this series. And I'm just hoping that he can continue in that trajectory, being economical and while taking wickets for us. Didn't get much of an didn't get an opportunity. Yeah, didn't get much of an opportunity to bat at all, apart from the first T20, right? So as far as his batting, you can't really evaluate it too much, but his bowling, which has been questioned, and all honesty, his bowling has been questionable, right? He did show up and do well with the ball in this match, right? So in this series, so huge shout out to Romario Shepherd. That was definitely good. Matthew Ford as well, taking wickets up front for us, and in the power play and in the back end of the innings as well. So Ford had took 5 wickets in the series also, at a average of 16 and economy rate of 8.27. Right. So well done to Matthew Ford, and well done to the entire bowling unit and the entire team, really. Different players stepping up in different matches to to lead us to victory, or to help us in winning the matches, right? In the first T20, bowling wise, it was a Matthew Ford, right? Second T20, bowling wise, it was Shepherd and Shamar. Third T20, bowling wise, again Shepherd showed up and did well. And then obviously with the bat, Shai, who performed well in all matches. Pooran did his thing in the first few in the matches as well. Right. Ravman Powell did his thing in a match. Athenias did so, just contributions from different members of the team. That's very good. I like that for the team. So that's how you build a strong team. There is no dependency on any particular player. Yes, we know that Pooran is our top batter, right? But if there's a match where Pooran does not perform, we can still count on other batters to do their thing and help us to put a good score on the board. Same thing with the bowling. So that I definitely like that about the team. As far as improvement, and we're still taking wickets early in the match, right? So we're still taking wickets in the power play, right? So that's very good from a bowling standpoint as well. Would definitely love to see the back end bowling not concede as much runs as we conceded in this series. That's still somewhere that I think we can and need to improve on to get us over the hump. Obviously we are ranked at number 4 now in T20 cricket. We've won 7 of the last 8 series, so we are definitely doing good things. But there is always room for improvement, and that's somewhere that I think we can still do better, right? Is in the back end of the innings, right? But these are my thoughts on the series overall. So I'll just give you the overall stats now, right? Top run scorers and top wicket takers, and then finish the video. So Shai Hope was our top run scorer, man of the series. He scored 134 runs, followed by Nicholas Pooran. In second place. He scored 119 runs. Then it was Alec Athanaze with 69 runs, and Ravman Powell scored 42 runs, and Shimron Hetmyer 31 runs in his single innings. So those were our top run scorers. In terms of wicket takers now, we have Romari Shepherd with 6 wickets. Then Shamar Joseph with 5 wickets. Matty Ford also took 5 wickets. And Akil Hussein with 4 wickets. Those were our top 4 wicket takers. And actually, the top 4 wicket takers in the series, all came from the West Indies. So that just goes to show how well the bowling attack did in the series. So definitely huge shout out to our bowling unit and our team in general. But that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. Definitely share your thoughts in the comment section, as to how you think the team performed or about anything that I said in this video. Do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.